The brilliant mind of the week is Ada Lovelace's life and contributions. She created the first algorithm intended to be processed by a machine, and detailed how the engine could calculate Bernoulli numbers. She theorized that the engine could manipulate symbols according to rules, going beyond mere number crunching, and she predicted the machine's potential to compose music and create graphics. Early life and education. Augusta Ada Byron was born in London on December 10, 1815, to the famous poet Lord Byron and Anne Isabella Milbank, a mathematically inclined aristocrat often called the Princess of Parallelograms. Her parents separated when she was just 1 month old, and she never knew her father, who died when she was 8. Her mother, fearing Ada might inherit her father's volatile temperament and poetic tendencies, arranged for her to be tutored extensively in mathematics and science. Education and mentors. Ada's primary tutors included Mary Somerville, a renowned Scottish astronomer and mathematician, who introduced her to London's scientific circles. She also studied with Augustus de Morgan, the first professor of mathematics at the University of London. Her mother's insistence on mathematical studies proved fortuitous, as Ada showed remarkable aptitude. Marriage and social life. In 1835 she married William King, who later became the Earl of Lovelace, making her the Countess of Lovelace. They had 3 children, Byron, Anne Isabella, and Ralph Gordon. Despite her aristocratic duties and family life, she continued her mathematical studies. Professional work and collaboration with Babbage. Ada met Charles Babbage in 1833, when she was just 17, at one of his demonstrations of a model of his difference engine. This meeting proved pivotal in her life. Their intellectual partnership flourished through extensive correspondence about Babbage's work, particularly his plans for the analytical engine. Major written work. Her most significant contribution to computer science came in 1842-43, when she translated Luigi Menabrea's paper about Babbage's analytical engine from French to English. However, what made this work extraordinary was that her notes on the translation were 3 times longer than the original paper and contained several important insights. Notes on the Analytical Engine, 1843. She created what is considered the first algorithm intended to be processed by a machine. She detailed how the engine could calculate Bernoulli numbers. Her algorithm for calculating Bernoulli numbers was revolutionary in several ways. It was the first published algorithm specifically designed to be executed by a machine. She created detailed diagrams showing how the calculation would flow through the machine. The algorithm included loops and conditional branching, fundamental concepts in modern programming. She meticulously detailed each step, including how variables would be stored and processed. Here's a key insight about her approach. She didn't just write abstract mathematical formulas, she explicitly described how the machine would process each step, considering its mechanical limitations and capabilities. This was a fundamental shift from theoretical mathematics to practical computation. She theorized that the engine could manipulate symbols according to rules, going beyond mere number crunching. She predicted the machine's potential to compose music and create graphics. Lovelace's most profound insight was recognizing that numbers could represent entities other than quantity. This concept, which she called poetical science, was fundamental to developing computer programming. She wrote, "The analytical engine weaves algebraic patterns just as the Jacquard loom weaves flowers and leaves." Her approach to understanding the analytical engine was methodical and thorough. She would spend months working through a single calculation, corresponding with Babbage about various mathematical problems and possible approaches. This meticulous attention to detail helped her spot several errors in Babbage's calculations. Health problems and financial difficulties marked Ada's later years. She died of uterine cancer on November 27, 1852, at the age of 36. She requested to be buried next to her father, Lord Byron, at the Church of St. Mary Magdalene in Hucknall, Nottinghamshire. Her legacy lives on in numerous ways. The U.S. Department of Defense named its common programming language Ada in her honor in 1980. Ada Lovelace Day, celebrated on the second Tuesday of October, honors women in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Her papers are preserved in Oxford's Bodleian Library, and her portrait hangs in the Computer Center at the U.S. Department of Defense. Ada Lovelace's work uniquely bridged the worlds of art and science, demonstrating both mathematical precision and imaginative foresight. Her understanding that computers could go beyond mere calculation was revolutionary for her time, and proved prophetic for our own. If you like this type of video, subscribe. Thank you for watching.